can't fight the none of you have a we can't none of you have a chance of succeeding in the biggest opportunity you have, which is building your own brand and leveraging that against your ambitions, if you don't have the macro pieces in place. The macro pieces in place are strictly mindset. There's no chance you're going to work hard enough, produce good enough content, or anything else that's required to achieve what you want unless you're in a good place. It's no different than building a home. The things you all sell, it doesn't matter how well you decorate the living room or how nice the color of the paint is in the master bedroom if you do not have steel and concrete that holds up the building. None of you have.
Woo! What is going on, dreamers? Good morning. Good morning. Happy beginning of the month. Fresh start. It is August 1st. Fired up, ready to go ahead and experience so many breakthroughs and breakthroughs coming into this month. July was absolutely phenomenal as well. Ready for everything that is here to come and on the way. Johnny, good morning. Good morning. How are we feeling coming into the beginning of the week? Happy Tuesday. As you guys can see, I've got a great topic coming into today. We're going to be diving into the topic of how to go ahead and build your customer avatar, right? At the end of the day, this is huge. You're going to hear Boss Lee actually talk about this, one of the top highest producing women inside of the world in our industry. And this is straight from a training directly from her. So ready to go ahead and give it to you. As always, before we go ahead and dive into today, what's everybody grateful for? Let's get a little bit of gratitude down below. I'm going to get IG tapped in, and we are getting into today. Let's get into it. Building your avatar. Awesome. Here we go. Cedric in the building. Grateful to be alive, family. So grateful for the skill sets that we have access to. Grateful for the morning routine. We are diving into day 377. So grateful to be alive. Grateful for God. So thankful for the lessons. So beyond blessed to be sitting in a time like this where we're going to be able to go back and identify all of the days that we took action, the days that we didn't really feel like doing it, but we showed up. Because I'm telling you right now, it might not seem like it's playing a role, but in the future, we're going to go back and thank ourselves for every day that we actually took the time to step into the highest version of ourselves. So let's get into it. Grateful for becoming more organized. Grateful for water. You already know we have the alkaline 8.5 ready to go. Adam in the building. Shout out to Adam. Adam just passed his funded challenge, 100K, moving on to the next phase. Got his 8% in a matter of 2 days. Congratulations, brother. I love to see it. The quantum leaps are here, and there's plenty more on the way. Great for the BMW. I love it. Ed in the building. What's up? All right, here we go. So today, dreamers, we're going to be talking about how to identify your custom avatar, right? When we're talking about building a brand, I want you guys to think about a couple of different things as we go through this training, right? We've talked about this a couple of different times, right? Building your brand. First things first, what do you stand for? If I were to come on your page and I were to really just look at you for about 15 seconds, can I identify what it is that you stand for, right? Are you into fitness? Are you into educating about what it is that we do? Are you showing your lifestyle? Are you on the spiritual side of success, right? What is it that people can come on your page and identify what it is that you do? Are you an artist, right? All of these different ways to start really getting the wheels turning, to start thinking about what is your brand. Gary Vee talked about it for years. I was the wine guy. People knew me as the wine guy. But as I started to go ahead and grow and expand myself, at the beginning, people thought I was crazy, not knowing how much potential we actually have, right? So here we go. First thing I want to go ahead and dive into when we're actually getting into this training, when you're talking about building your avatar, putting out content, think about yourself, okay? Your audience that you're speaking to essentially is, who is the person that you once were? Who is the person that you were before you joined? And I've got 4 phenomenal steps, 4 big pain points to really show you guys how to build this avatar, how to really go ahead and formulate this equation to really make it make sense. Okay, by crafting a compelling story, by building a consistent brand, every single platform. If I go on your IG, your Facebook, your YouTube, do you have a consistent image that shows up everywhere? Right? All of this has to do with really going out and building your avatar, because they need to see something consistent every day. When they go on all your different pages, they're going to be able to expect the different types of messages that you guys are going to be able to put out. So here's the next piece, right? Before I get into the 4 pain points, the next piece is our story. Everybody has a story, and there's a reason why when you go on my Instagram and you actually take the time to scroll down to the bottom, I've never deleted a post. I've kept up my whole journey so people can go back and they can actually see it. I was actually living out of my car. I was sleeping on couches. I was $30,000 in debt. I had no idea what I was doing when I got out of college. And here's the deal. People can relate to your stories. So don't think about the things that you've gone through as something that's negative. These are lessons that we can now go out and teach. Where were you at? Where were you at mentally before you joined? Were you learning? Were you growing? Were you reading books? Were you listening to audios? Because for me, I wasn't. But getting into this platform, getting around mentorship completely shifted my paradigm, changed my habits, changed the way I think on a whole different level, on a cellular level, literally. But if I never tell these stories, people will never be able to know what is that I've been able to go through, what is that you've been able to experience. And that's what people really want to see. People want to see the journey. People don't just want to see profits. They also want to see progress. So huge, such an important piece to remember, right? So check this out. Every brand, they have an avatar that they're talking to, right? So I want to help you guys build your avatar today. Helping you design your content, help you go ahead and build a consistent message that people are going to be able to come on. They can get consistent value in one way, shape, form, or another. You ready? So here we go. Here's my first question. Do the stories that we put out, do they answer common questions? Does the content that we put out, does it answer common questions? Because I can tell you, anybody that's looking at our content, here's one of the biggest shifts that I had to learn over this journey, right? It's not just about us. We can see it. People can go travel, the penthouses, the luxury cars, but a lot of the time that gets old, that gets boring. We see that all the time. But what makes it compelling to go watch it and go ahead and watch that video 10 times is the value that's truly inside of the video. What is the message that they're actually giving out? What is the answer to the question that they have inside of that? We've been probably asking, but we've been afraid to go ahead and speak it. So here's how we're going to build the avatar. Here's how we go ahead and find these 4 pain points. Drop a 4 down below if you guys are ready to go ahead and identify the 4 pain points to identify your ideal customer, to learn how to put out the right content that's going to actually suit them, and how to start converting into your business. You ready? Let's get into it. Here we go. Here's the first one. The first pain point of the 4 is going to be right here. Anybody that you're talking to most of the time inside of our industry, as you start to build your brand, as you start to scale your audience, the first thing that a lot of people are thinking about is known as productivity, production, right? You see a lot of people work a 9 to 5. We know that most people have full-time jobs. The issue is most people, they get home and they don't do anything for themselves. This was me. I used to work 7-8 hours a day. I would go clock in minimum, around 8 o'clock in the morning. I would go shut down the restaurant sometimes at 8 o'clock at nighttime. So I was working crazy hours, and guess what I was doing? I would come back home to go ahead and sleep, wake up, and go do the exact same thing. And that was my life. But when I started getting around mentors, when I started to actually see what's really possible, Lady Boss Nikki in the building, what's going on? I started to realize one of the biggest issues is how we spend our time. You see, none of us can manage time. None of us can change the fact that we all have 24 hours a day, but I'll tell you what we can change. What we can change is how we manage our time. So I started to realize that, just like Nene was talking about, the infinite game, doing what most people are not willing to do. So I started taking that time, and when I got home, my old roommates, nobody was learning, nobody was studying, nobody was actually getting around any type of personal development. So guess what I was doing? I was doing the same thing. That was me. Worked 12 hours a day, living in a camp felt like a prison. So the shift happened when I started to realize that time can be so much better spent by actually beating on our craft, working on ourselves, and growing every single day. That was the shift. That was one of the biggest game changers. Instead of smoking and joking, come back home, sitting in a room with my girlfriend for 7 hours watching Netflix, I said, you know what? I want to actually go out and I want to learn a new skill set. I want to better myself. I want to actually grow. And life started to shift. That was step one, production. So understand that anybody that you're going to be talking to, they probably feel the exact same way. Most people are working a job. Most people are working maybe 2 jobs, but they're still coming back home to do nothing for their own dreams. Nothing wrong with the job, but we're always up on what? We're up on opportunity. We're up on the solution that we all have access to right here. So at the end of the day, for most people, you know what the biggest objection I hear from a lot of people is? You're gonna hear the same handful of objections. One of the main objections is time. Lady Boss Nick, I love what you're doing, but I don't have the time. Cedric, this solution sounds phenomenal, but I don't have the time. You know what's interesting? They have the time, they're just not spending it wisely enough. Just like money. Everybody has the money to join almost, I guarantee you. Go back and look at their stories this past weekend. They probably spent it going out on jewelry, right? Maybe on some pleasures. So it's not that they don't have the time. It's not that they don't have the money. They just don't have the awareness yet. They haven't shifted their paradigm yet. Okay? So this is all ways that we can start speaking with value. What are the ways that this business, this opportunity shifted your way of productivity? How do you think now compared to how you did before you joined? You realize that now you can spend 3 to 5 years building your dreams so we don't have to just go clock in for 40 years to somebody else's. You see that? You see, we can't change what anybody does, but I'll tell you what we can do. We can change the way people think, and then they'll change what they do. That's the key. I can tell you don't go eat meat. You're probably going to go eat it. But if I go show you what the health and you see how pork is the most cancerous meat, I guarantee you're going to think twice the next time I'm not even around and you go try and eat pork by yourself. Why? Because I changed the way that you think. So guess what? The value that we can put out every day, we can change the way people think about productivity. We can change the way people think about their production inside of their day. And I can tell you what, eventually there's going to be that day where they wake up and they say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick of just putting all my time into somebody else's dreams. And I'm come back for nothing for myself. And they're going to say, you know what? Send me the link. Show me what it is that you're doing. What is this crypto? How can I build my online store so I can start leveraging my money, my time for myself? So that's number one. Number two, the second pain point for most people. FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Loyalty in the building. What's up, Alessandro? Alan, I see you. What's good? Loyal, what's going on? Manny? All right, so check this out. Here's number two. Ready? Financial. Financial is going to be the second pain point for almost anybody walking. Most people that we're going to be talking to are experiencing financial issues in some way, shape, form, or another, right? As you start out on this journey. As you start to grow, as you start to develop as a leader, here's what happens. You start to attract higher level individuals. It's funny how that works, right? The law of attraction. As we start to grow, we're going to start attracting higher level individuals. That's why, as Nena was talking about today, you know, we're in the business of MLM. We're in the business of network marketing. We're in the business of learning digital skill sets, e-commerce, trading, building a store. But you know what the real truth is? We're actually in the business, realistically, of becoming the best version of ourselves. That's the real business that we're in. Sean talks about this all the time. He said, what business are you in? But then he says, what business are you really in? That's what we're in the business of becoming the best version of ourselves, and we're in the business of building people. When you realize that, everything starts to shift, right? So most people at the beginning, when we're speaking to them, they're going to be having financial issues. Here's the deal with this, right? If you're broke, you need more money. If you're rich, you still want more money. Me loving me more, right? Changing the perspective on the industry, MLM. Moms loving moms, making lasting memories. Okay. So here's the deal. Most people, they have a shopping budget. Most people, they want to be able to buy gifts for their family. Most people, they want to be able to travel. Most people, they want to be able to drive the car that they desire. But what is their problem? They don't have a vehicle to get themselves there. They've never found a way yet to make money in their sleep. And just like Warren Buffett says, what? If we don't find a way to make money in our sleep, we're going to what? We're going to work until the day that you get the gist, right? So eventually, people have student loans. People are looking for another stream of income. Just like when COVID hit, this recession that's happening right now, that same mindset is about to get fired up again. People are about to get really restless at what's happening in the world, having the same streams of income and watching inflation do nothing but continue to rise. So to me, it's not a matter of if, it's simply a matter of when. I just got the new iPhone 14 Pro. This thing costs over $1,000 for this. How many people have a new iPhone? How many people are upgrading their iPhone every single year, but they're not upgrading their mindset? Woo! Star that one for the day. That is huge. So at the end of the day, realize that most people are going through financial issues. And here's the funny part, right? It costs $150 to join for e-commerce. It costs $250 to join to learn from 6, 7, 8, 9-figure educators in the trading space, in the e-commerce space. If somebody were to save $7 a day for 30 days, 7 times 30 is 21. That's $210 that they've been able to save just by saving $7 a day. What are people spending at $7 a day that's making them any money? Not that Starbucks coffee, definitely not. That meal that I just ate, I'm probably going to go let that go in a couple hours, right? So there's a lot of things that we're spending money on that's not making us any money. So understand that you being able to speak on the financial side is going to allow somebody else to maybe have a shift. You know what I did? I was so broke, I had to sell my TV, I had to sell my Xbox to join. That's why when people give me excuses like, D, I don't know, I don't have the money. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this happen. You know what's the serious part? I don't have keys out here, but let's just imagine right now, right? I do. Let's imagine. What's your dream car? Everybody drop it down below. Tell me what your dream car is. If it were to just poof in your driveway right now, what color and what is your dream car? Is it a Lamborghini? All right, so Cedric says the BMW i8. Lit. What color? What color is your dream car, Cedric? I want you to imagine that. Is it all black? You got the peanut butter guts on the inside. All right, so white outside, BMW. What color is the inside? Let's go ahead and really visualize this at a detailed level. Lady Boss Nikki says Bugatti. So let me ask you all something. Cedric, if I pulled up to your house today and I'm outside in your driveway and I say, hey, guess what? Adam, I know you were dropping the dream car in the chat. Audi R8 blacked out. So what if I said, hey, Adam, I got the keys right here. I got the keys to your Audi R8 right here. Cedric, I got it. BMW i8. Lady Boss Nikki, here's your Bugatti. But all you got to be able to do is find me $250 by the end of tonight, by midnight. Can you do that? How many people do you think would go through hell and back to go find that $250? No matter what they would have to do, they would get a loan. They would ask their family. They would go sell some things to go ahead and make that happen. Johnny said the Mercedes AMG GLE. Woo! Fire. Isn't that funny? People do whatever it takes to go ahead and make it happen, to go ahead and get that $250 to invest in themselves. That's what I saw with this opportunity. I didn't see this as $200 to join. This is a multi-million dollar skill set and solution platform. That's what we have access to. So the moment that you change the way you see things, the way you see things are going to change. Let me ask you this. If this was a piece of gold right now, we had a piece of gold in our hand, and we went out on the street and we were handing out little gold coins, little gram gold coins, and you walked by and somebody else told you, no, I don't want that, would you be upset that somebody told you no? Would you be mad if somebody told you no if you were handing out golden coins and they didn't take it? I don't think you'd be upset, because you know the value that you have. You're like, if they don't want it, I got it. No worries. I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this gold. That's the exact opportunity that we all have right here. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody thinks, I know the value that we have. I know what we can all do with it, with this platform, this solution that we all have access to right from our phones, right from our laptops. So that's number 2, the financial side. This is huge. Number 3, this is going to be the process. Anybody that's looking to join your business, they want to know the process. Okay. They're going to want to know, what are they getting access to? What are the products that they're using? What's a little bit deeper beyond the layers of what's just being said by everybody else? So this is another way that we can all dive into by sharing value. How can we go ahead and showcase the charts? Adam literally just made 8% on his account on a 100K account, right? So how can we go ahead and showcase what we've been able to learn on the charts through this academy and through this platform? This is the process. Think about that. In the stock market, People get excited about 12% in a year, right? That's crazy to think about. 12%, 7 to 12% people get excited about. You just made that in 2 days. So what type of value can you show on the process that you've been able to learn to allow somebody that's brand new to say, you know what? Wow. If he started learning with these skill sets, I've been looking for a change. Maybe I can go ahead and start here. So the process, right? E-commerce. So many different ways we can start showcasing what are 3 beneficial factors that would help out the newest person looking to start their e-commerce store. Maybe they need to learn about ads. Maybe they're going to need to learn how to have a support team. Maybe they're going to need to learn how to go ahead and find the right trending products. Guess what? We have the websites, we have the access. Go ahead and shoot me a message down below. Click the button in my bio to go ahead and learn how you can get access to these exact skill sets that you want to learn. Calls to action. This is huge. We can do calls to action on stories. We can do calls to action on reels. And all it starts with is by putting out value and then be able to go ahead and give a call to action. Every one of us are learning every day. We all have knowledge that's filled up with notebooks, right? That we can start pouring out to the masses to show them the process, right? If you go back and look at one of my last reels, 2 reels ago, I showed the process of the morning routine. Here's 5 tips to go ahead and elevate your morning. 5 tips: reading, journaling, meditating, grounding, visualizing. Boom, 5 tips. Gave them a little bit of the process, how to become the best version of themselves. So guess what? We can do that with all different areas. We can do that with bettering the body, bettering our spiritual side, bettering our finances. So we can showcase all these different areas. So there's never going to be a time after this where you're like, D, I have no idea what type of content that I want to put out. I'm gonna make sure of that, right? Here's the last step. Here's number 4. It's going to be support. Okay. People want to know what type of support they're getting. That's just the truth. People want to know the support. So at the end of the day, realize the community that we have is so important. I don't know if you guys know about the word leverage. Who can tell me what the word leverage means? Closed mouths don't get fed. Absolutely. What does the word leverage mean? Who could tell me? Carve in the building. What's going on, fam? You see, the word leverage means to utilize something to its highest potential. Okay. So with the community that we have, you're able to go ahead and leverage multiple different things, right? We can leverage somebody else's testimonials. We can leverage somebody else's success. Look what I'm doing today. I'm leveraging the success of Adam. I'm leveraging the success of you guys inside of the chat. So other people can see this is a real thing. When they get inside of a community, you're going to be able to get around other real people with real results. So people are going to have support. You know, all the time when you guys get on Zoom calls, when you guys are attending Go Lives, tag your mentors, tag your educators, let other people see the support that we have access to. Because now they can not only just see your page, now they're going to be able to see Chris Reef. Now they're going to be able to see all these educators that we're learning from, individuals like Matt Rosa, all these social media educators, Zach Hogan, Jordan Morgan. All these individuals that now they can see is not just you have a team, you have support, you have a community, and we're growing on a daily basis. This is the beauty of the digital dynasty, the dream team that we all have right now. We have support. And in a world where so many people are doing everything by themselves, wondering why they're stuck, this is the reason, right? You go fast by yourself, but you go what? You go far with a family. So don't ever be afraid to showcase somebody else's results, to showcase somebody else's testimonies, to showcase the educators, to showcase the mentors that we have, because people want to see the support that they're going to have when they join the Dream Team and the Digital Dynasty. So with that being said, Dreamers, that is my training for everybody to go ahead and identify how to build your avatar, what type of content to really put out, and how to really see that almost anybody we're going to talk to, they have these pain points, right? They're experiencing pain points in their productivity, maybe financially, maybe looking to figure out a different process inside of their life, or maybe they're just looking for that support system or a community. You guys realize people travel all around the world just to be around a community? Look at sports games. Yo, people will show up to a sports game at a Raiders game, blacked out, face painted, everything, just to go around a community of screaming, raving fans. And that's what we have access to right here. So go out and be great. If you guys got any value from today's training, go ahead and drop some threes down below. Smash that like button and get ready, because this is the month, August. We're calling it the dark 0 to 31, right? 31 days of all out massive action, leaving everything on the field, right? Everything that we've been able to grow through this year. This has been practice. This has been the warm up. Now is when we really get to put everything into play and get on the field. Time to strap up the cleats, strap up the shoes, and get ready to go ahead and get out and let the world see your greatness, because they've been waiting to see it. So Dream Team, remember, you can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. You already know we are turning dreams to reality. Quantum leaps in August. Dream Team, it's game time. Let's go.